Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 20-yard line. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. To throw is Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Wilson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They go play action here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Raiders had 10-6 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
But you look at this Bronco defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Throwing is Wilson. Same connection, Dulcich once again. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Back to the running game with Jacobs. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now Wilson, option right. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. Touchdown Raiders. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback. And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Play action. It's Wilson. Fighting to stay upright. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. They'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half. So we have reached halftime here. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Well, the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Shifts by him. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of room.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Oh, and one of the linemen up. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. And that one too wide and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. But that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they've clinched a playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given.
But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs, especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows, you might get on one of those magical runs.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
A run with Mostert up the middle, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 14. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Mostert off the option, down to about the 37. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's caught. Beckham. Touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Raiders will add to their 4th quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And it is good, and the lead will swell to 9. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Back to throw. Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Here's 2nd down. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 29 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 9, 56 seconds to go. Here's Wilson. Able to get this to Patrick, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Able to find Mims, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Throwing now is Wilson. Finding Sutton, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's 1st down. Wilson to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now, 2nd and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So it's a win here for the Raiders, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, sometimes you just have those games where everything's clicking, and this was one of those days. He wound up with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. He was large and in charge all day long.
So for Las Vegas, they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.